is this worth even doing anymore? Right? So if you kind of on the fence, like I want to do this, but I want to make sure that getting certified is still important. Then number two, I want to make sure that this is even still possible with AI, right? So I'm gonna have to be honest. I ain't about to give you no feel good answer, right? That everything is rainbows and sunshine. But what I am gonna do is give you real data with real context and just my honest take after 20 years of seeing things go up, down, and change. Number one, I want to tell you what's actually happening out there, because I don't want to pretend like the fear isn't real. Like, people are genuinely scared of AI. People are genuinely scared of the future. People are genuinely scared about, what's going to happen. So a poll actually showed that 71% of Americans are concerned that AI will put too many people out of work. It was a poll done by Futurism. And that fear has really gotten louder over the last couple of years. There's been a whole bunch of layoffs in early last year, late last year, and early this year. And a lot of people think that's fueled by job displacement that's caused by AI. That's a big reason that AI, stays in the news a lot. I've even seen it, in my own community with my own students, message me, asking me, okay, is it still worth getting certified? When I'm in a career coaching stuff, career changers, like, should I be doing this? People that's right on the edge of making a move, but they pulling back because they're scared, if they make the wrong bet, because they think the field may disappear. And trust me, man, if I was brand new, if I hadn't been in tech for 20 years, I would kind of be like, man, hold on. I don't know if this is the right move as well. Because the headlines are loud. It seems like it's everywhere. But here's what you really need to know. And here's what you need to do. Number one, just slow down, okay? Slow down and don't let fear rule you. You just got to look at the actual data. Because, the headlines is going to say something crazy just so you look at it, just so you read it. But the headlines and the actual data is telling two completely different stories. So let me hit you with the numbers first. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So CompTIA, right? CompTIA is the biggest vendor and the most popular vendor when it comes to certifications, tech certifications specifically. So they dropped this work report. It's like the Workforce Tech Report. And they found that the median wage for people in tech, this is why you still need to consider, this is as a field, is over 100%. Yeah, 127% to be exact, higher than the median national average. Not 20% more, not 30% more, not 100% more, but 127%. Tech jobs are projected to grow, not shrink, with AI by millions and millions and millions and millions, right? It's nearly 1 million new tech jobs over the next decade or so. For example, for sure, one of the biggest things, right, is going to be cybersecurity. Cybersecurity and AI are going to grow together. Networking and AI are going to grow together because AI presents a lot of security issues, a lot of vulnerabilities, and a lot of flaws. And then networking, because you got to have that networking power for AI to actually be functional, right? And another thing, a caveat, a side note, just remember that AI is artificial intelligence. You have God-given human intelligence. Trust me, it's superior, right? It's superior. AI can do nothing if you don't tell it. If you don't prompt it, if you don't give it directions, if you don't give it exactly what to do, it's not going to do anything. All right. So Cybersecurity is one of the biggest blogs, one of the biggest places to look into what's really going on right now. And their data shows there's over 500,000 open cybersecurity roles in the U.S. right now. Not just one sector or just one sector of tech, not everything, just cybersecurity on its own. And it's going to be more than that as AI grows, for the reason that I just explained, that as AI grows, security is going to be, paramount. It's going to be super important. So if somebody asks me, is it a wrap? Is tech oversaturated? Is it dying? I just look at those numbers and I ask, what industry are y'all looking at? How are y'all not seeing the correlation between AI and these positions? Now, another thing is this. I could see if I was just a guy on YouTube, a podcaster, but I actually have students getting jobs as well, right? So it's that data plus real world people are getting jobs. I'm actually, MIT just did a brand new study. They published it this week, and they found that AI is advancing across the workforce more like a rising tide, right? Than like just crashing waves. And it just means that work will change broadly and gradually, not just a sudden, wipeout of every job overnight. Last month, in fact, AI was cited in 10% of job cuts. But so far, board or broad job apocalypse hasn't really happened. Some people are even saying that people are blaming the AI for people that they was going to fire any damn way, right? People are still getting fired, believe it or not, from what happened in 2020, right? When everything was shut down, people was working from home. A lot of those people are still getting fired, to be honest, right? Because there was a huge overhire. And then when AI started getting super popular, I think also a lot of companies fired a lot of people because they, are projected the amount of people they were going to actually need. So a lot of y'all, reading the news, and companies are saying that, hey, we got to lay off, It's not because of AI, man. It's not because of AI. That's not really the problem. It's more a business problem, right? Now, of course, if you, like I always say, if you're doing some repetitive shit, if you're doing some low-level stuff, if you're doing something that doesn't really require a skill, you may be fired. And also, no matter where you're at, you could be an intern. You could be a first tier. You could be mid-tier. You could be in the C-suite. Wherever you are, right now, we'll say this. With AI being a thing, you cannot just go into a job and just do the bare minimum. You cannot just go into a job and just think that, okay, I've been here for 5 years, I've been here for 10 years, they're not going to fire me. They will fire your ass. What you need to do is make sure that you're using AI as a companion, using AI as a tool to really win. So here's something that almost nobody is talking about. AI may substitute for entry-level people, right? With book learning, but no actual hands-on experience. While it can actually complement people who are experienced or even the inexperienced that know how to use AI well. So kind of where do you fit in all this stuff? It means the people at risk the most are the ones that never built anything, nothing real, nothing verifiable, no credential skills, none of that. These people are going to be on the chopping block first, right? Now, people that are certified, they got hands-on experience, they got a proven track record, they are protected, right? And the first line of defense against being laid off, the first line of defense and actually getting a job, first line of defense, getting interviews, first line of defense of people not throwing your damn resume in the trash is getting certified, man. That's your moat. That's your boundary. That's what's going to keep you safe. That's what I've been saying for years, man. Stop waiting. You need to stop waiting. Every day you delay getting certified is another day you're going to end up on the wrong side of history. Now, here goes some more numbers. Tech salaries are projected to not lower, but raise from 8 to 10% in the next 365 days over the next year. Cybersecurity talent specifically is commanding 10 to 15% salary premiums for mid-level roles because it's just not enough qualified people to keep up with this AI stuff, to keep up with all these flaws, to keep up with all of the things that are going on. Now, entry-level cybersecurity roles, right, which aren't really a thing, in my opinion. Cybersecurity is not an entry-level career to me, but if you are in another field, right, networking, help desk, server stuff, whatever, you are considered entry level because you're entering into a different lane, right? You're entering into a different space in tech. But understand, most people that get entry level cybersecurity roles, it's not their first tech job. A lot of times they transition from networking or transition from something else. But for those roles, a lot of those roles are starting off at about 90 grand, right? Now, if you like a mid-level SOC analyst or something like that, or you do incident stuff, you're going to be looking at 6 figures plus, all the way up to probably like 130, 140 easily. Now, entry-level IT roles like help desk or junior support, a lot of those are starting off not at like 40, 50, but at 60, even $70,000 a year. You know, I've had students that started off in entry-level IT roles making almost 80 grand. Now, is that going to be what you're going to do? I don't know, because I don't fucking know you and I can't see you, but it is definitely possible. Now, the certification is the pathway, right? That is the most direct pathway to these salaries, to these opportunities, and to what you're trying to accomplish, right? Now, when it comes to certifications, you need to start with the basics, the fundamentals. If you don't know anything, you got to start with the fundamentals and start with the basics, which is why we just dropped IT for Beginners. We revamped it, an entire course that's going to allow you to learn all the basics of IT and pass your first certification in 7 days, right? That's over on the Past Tech Search Fast channel on YouTube. So if you get that, you can go ahead and move over to A+, because you build a strong foundation, because A+ is not an easy certification. It's not a certification that you can just take with minimal effort. So that's what's going to get you into those help desk and support roles, making, 55, 60, 70 grand. From there, you can move on to Network Plus and Security Plus. Now you're talking about 80 to 100 grand. Get a few years of experience, specialize in whatever you want, cybersecurity, cloud, and then you're going to be looking at 6 figures plus easily, 120, 150, 160, 180, $200,000 jobs in tech. It's just a clear, documented process and pathway that thousands of my students have walked through, right? And a lot of these people didn't grow up with tech, come from retail, come from warehouse work, driving, DoorDash, a lot of people from healthcare, a lot of people from the military, a lot of people in education, right? A lot of school teachers right now are coming through the program, and a lot of TSA people because they're going through some hardships right now, unfortunately. All right, so let's talk about kind of where I'm seeing the demand, right? Where the hell are they really looking for people? So all tech jobs right now, I wouldn't say are not equal at all, right? Of course, AI and machine learning roles are going to be hot. They were actually up about 160% from 2025. Security roles are up 120%, right? Just this year, with over 100,000 job postings. The fields with the most momentum right now, I would say cloud engineering, cybersecurity, data analytics, AI, and infrastructure. And two of the hottest places right now for open roles is going to be Houston and Chicago. Now, I can speak to Houston specifically because that's where we're based out of. And I want to tell you, we're full. Everybody wants to come to Houston, but we're full of it. No more room. But all jokes aside, if y'all want to come, you can definitely win here. But just know, if you think that Houston and Texas and the surrounding areas is just like the sleepy country town, fuck no. Think Atlanta, LA, New York. So there's a little irony in this though, man, and what we talked about. AI is creating a bunch of cybersecurity jobs. Every new AI system got a bunch of attack surface. Every company adopting this AI tool, OpenClaw, Claude Code, this, that, automation this, automation that. 10% of cybersecurity job postings already specifically ask for AI skills, and it's only going up month after month after month, where damn near probably 100% of cybersecurity jobs are going to ask for some type of AI skills. The people that's got the jobs, they want to make sure that you can actually secure these AI tools, because sure, they can make you more productive, they can make you do shit quicker, blah, 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 but are they secure, right? And they want you to make sure, or they want to make sure that you understand, how attackers are actually using machine learning. How are they using AI to break into people's stuff and break stuff. So, AI, it's not killing jobs, man. It's really not. It's just creating a new category of IT jobs that didn't exist 3-5 years ago. And companies are literally desperate to fill these roles and give people just like you an opportunity to come through and do what you need to do, which actually reminds me of a student that I had. His name was Marcus. He was making $17 an hour and he was working in a warehouse in Atlanta. So he heard about A+. He found our free stuff on YouTube, watched the entire A+ playlist. Then he signed up for one of our programs and he passed A+, fully certified in part 1 and part 2 in 30 days. And he went from making 50 grand a year to now he makes $78,000 with benefits and he works remotely. So, Mark didn't need for AI to go away. He just needed a fucking pathway and a roadmap, and that's all you need, right? So just in case you wasn't paying attention, the answer to the question is AI killing IT jobs? No. It's just changing them, man. It's automating the most repetitive tasks that you don't want to do any damn way. It's making experienced IT professionals more productive. It's creating brand new roles, AI security, AI infrastructure, AI implementation. And it's just raising the bar on, what qualified really means, which means the people who get certified, who build real skills, will have a verified credential, are going to be more valuable in this AI era. The people who should be scared of this shit are the ones who just coasting along, just with some generic ass knowledge, no certs. The people who should be excited about AI is you. The people that's getting certified right now, because you're going to be the ones managing, securing, and maintaining the very AI systems that everybody else is scared of and worried about. Now, here's what I want you to actually do, some action steps, right? Here's what I want you to actually do, some action steps about what you just heard. If this episode made you think, okay, I need to actually make this move, the first step is figuring out which tech path makes sense for your background and your goals. Not everyone should start in the same place. Not everyone should go after the same cert. This is exactly why I give you guys this roadmap. So the tech career roadmap, it takes 2 minutes. You answer a few questions about your background, your goals, and your timeline. And it'll give you a personalized roadmap showing you which certs to target first, what jobs to aim for, and how to get there. No experience required. The link is in the description. And also, if you just go to passtechcerts.com, that's PAS, passtechcerts.com. It's literally the first link when you get on the page. It doesn't cost anything. It's absolutely free. You fill it out, and we'll give you step-by-step, play-by-play, what certs you should get, what career would be best for you, and how to really level up. And last but not least, if you're active duty military, we are approved to train the Army, the Air Force, the National Guard for absolutely free. No out-of-pocket costs. You can get A+, Net+, Security+, COSA+, and a bunch of other certifications for absolutely free. If you found any value in today's episode, share it with 2 of your buddies and anybody in your life right now who needs to hear this conversation. Damn, what the hell going on with me there? Who needs to hear this conversation? Send it to them. It might be, one of those things that not only changes the trajectory of their career, but it changed the trajectory of their life. Other than that, I'll see you in class, and I'll see you in the next episode.